I figured out how to stop binge eating. But not only that, I figured out how to eat the way you want to eat. I'll tell you briefly, it's way more simple than I ever imagined. It took me nearly 17 years to fix, 16 years. I'm sure other people have figured it out before me, but it took me 17 years. So this is it. Everything I'm talking about weight loss is on a biochemical level. And this is the etiology of obesity. So it's what causes obesity in the biochemistry. But where it plays out, where the rubber meets the road, so no matter what I tell you or what theories there are, that's why they don't really matter. They're more for entertainment. Where the rubber meets the road is where the voice in your head that tells you what to eat. Do you understand that? So when you've got a choice, should I have fruit or should I go and get bread and hummus? There is a voice that will tell me, get the bread and hummus, that's what you want, and then it will deliver feelings of excitement and draw pictures in my brain of how good that food's going to be, and it's never is, as you know. But I buy it every time, and I go along, and I can't stop myself. I can't stop myself. Who is I and who's myself? Right? I is me, an awakened presence. Myself is an appearance within that awakened presence, right? And that myself, depending on how your life has been, will either want no food, like an anorexic, loads of food, like a binge eater, or somewhere in between. You can't control what that myself wants. It just grows up in your environment, and there it is. It's a pattern within your brain. It's whatever you want to call it. But it is talking to you. And you may be lucky and have a myself that says, you're amazing. We eat raw foods. That's so obvious to do. Like the people you meet who just went raw in there, like they come across it, went raw or got healthy and have never looked back. Then you might meet someone that has a voice like mine, which is like, you must eat that shit's no good, go and get this bread, that's what you really want. Now, we take that voice to be ourselves. This is the fundamental error. We think that's ourselves, we think it's us speaking to ourselves. I really want to go and get some bread though, I love it. So what that means is we give all our power to it. We cannot resist it because we think we're it. How can you resist it if you think you're it? It claims your power. So all your willpower that you've used to become the amazing person that you are gets hijacked by this voice and used against you. It's really the voice of the limbic system wanting the most calorie dense foods within the environment, and it will tell you every kind of bullshit lie that it can think of to get you to do it because it thinks it's helping you to survive. It has a positive predisposition to want you to live, so it tries to feed you the best food, but it doesn't understand. It's a powerful voice as well, and it's relentless, but the only way to beat that voice is you see it's not you. It never was. It's the beast voice. It's the beast voice. It's the voice of the limbic system, wanting calorie dense foods without any moral recognition of what food is good or not. It will used to make me eat cheese and beef. Fuck the cows, fuck the cheese. It's a terrible voice. Right? But once you see it's not you, the game changes. Because you're powerful. And it has no access to your limbs. It has no access to my hands. Only I control these. I. Myself, I can't stop myself. I can stop myself because myself is just the voice in my head. It doesn't even have any arms or legs. So it's banging on about what I should do, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And once it sees that you've seen it, it vanishes. It doesn't show its head anymore because once you've outed it, once you've seen that it's not you, it cannot do anything. And it pisses off. I haven't had a craving in 2 weeks. Not one craving in 2 weeks. The beast is dead. So all you've got to start doing is listening to that voice and asking, is that me? Because it's not. Anybody that grew up in the same situation as excuse me, Yomi juice went down the wrong hole. I was being too cool, I drank it too fast. Anybody that lived your same set of circumstances as you exactly would have the same voice. That voice is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. And every voice says different things and plays different tricks, but its only goal is to get you to eat what it deems the most calorifically dense food in your environment. And it's never fruit or salad. That's why. It's bread, chips, ice cream, you know? And you've got to listen to that voice and you've got to be like, just, that's not me. And at first, while you're eating healthy food, it'll be saying to you, come on, don't get that, get this. It will really push you. But when you resist it, it vanishes. I've been around town, I've been in supermarkets, I've been to Rimping, all the places I would normally binge out on bread and hummus, nothing. And I can tell you now, 100%, I will never listen to it again. Which means I will never eat anything that I don't deem appropriate for my body again. Ever. Ever. The beast is dead. Long live the beast. You see, you're not separating it from yourself. You're not punishing it. It's a part of you. You're just recognizing it's been misled. It's been misled by the environment. It's a servant of yours, and it's worked out that the most calorie dense foods are bread, ice cream, chips, whatever, and it seeks to make you have them. And to make that happen, it uses dopamine and other hormones, other neurotransmitters, to make you feel anxious if you don't have it, happy if you do. Makes you feel excited to get ready to go and get some food, and sad if you can't get it. It just uses all of your biochemistry to get you to eat the most calorie dense foods, because that's what it thinks is your survival. It has no logic, it has no sense of time. That's why it always says to you, you can quit tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck tomorrow is. Only has now. Let's do it now. You can see tomorrow, so you go, okay, but it can't even see tomorrow. It just thinks that's what Muggy believes in. So you can quit tomorrow. This is the last one. That's another good one. This is the last time, because it knows you've got time. The limbic system doesn't have time. It's just in the present moment. It just wants the food now. It never says to you, let's binge tomorrow. Never. I've never once heard that voice say to me, let's binge tomorrow, Joe. No, it's like, you quit tomorrow, let's binge now. And there will never come a tomorrow, because there's just only now and then and a fake tomorrow. So you've got to oppose its rule, recognise it has no rule, in the throes of its most powerful moment, when it's getting you to binge eat. That's when you got to say no. You're just a voice. I'm in control of the hands and the arms. You've got no power. And go and get some fruit or a glass of water or go back to bed or whatever it is you're doing. Trust me on this, it will just go. It will go. It will go.